In Megami Tensei, the word demon is a colloquial term that's used to broadly refer to basically any supernatural being, and is not exclusive to ones that are negatively viewed. This includes figures like gods, angels, and even ones inspired by pop culture. Because in other contexts, this word has a very strong connotation, and can often cause a visceral reaction from people just learning about the series, it's all the more important that fans fully understand its unique usage in MegaTen, so they can better explain it to other people. While it's easy to assume that the word demon is simply used for an edgy aesthetic, it's actually intended to serve as a reference to the social development of religions across human history. The system book of SMT TRPG Awakening Edition explains this concept the most clearly, stating that ancient societies had very little distinction between what was considered a deity versus a demon. It goes on to say that their gods were depicted as violent and wrathful beings who had to be appeased by their followers through offerings. This relationship evolved into one of a guardian deity, who would dutifully protect their wards, and instead directed their divine fury against their followers' enemies. Later, as different prophets would gain prominence, the images of these religions would soften, as their gods became embodiments of concepts like love and wisdom. This allowed them to reach widespread appeal as they shed their identities more specific to small local communities. However, alongside these prophets, apocalyptic scripture would emerge, revealing visions of harsh futures where these compassionate deities would shed their benevolent appearances and return to their original wrathful forms to judge those deemed immoral. This is to illustrate that in Megami Tensei, the true distinction between a god and demon is their perception. Note how in SMT 5, there was no such thing as a quote-unquote demon until the gods were forcefully transformed into them, to empower the creator's position as the god. Ultimately, at their core, every religion is a reflection of the society it was conceived by. At a time before modern science, the supernatural was the only way for ancient peoples to attempt to understand, control, and coexist with the world around them. As such, demons in MegaTen are depicted as a physical manifestation of humanity's thoughts, and their authority is dictated by how prominent they are as symbols. In SMT4 Apocalypse, this is referred to as observation, and in Persona 5, cognition. While Carl Jung is often cited as an inspiration for the Persona series specifically, his ideas, like the collective unconscious, are very influential to the entire franchise, and have been explicitly referenced in the mainline series at least as early as SMT2. In fact, demons are occasionally identified with Jungian shadows as the hidden desires of humankind. This hints towards the most important theme about demons in the series. Not only do the most powerful demons represent prominent social ideologies, but demons are also created when there is an adverse reaction to the political status quo, acting as a sort of karma. We can see this in SMT Strange Journey, where global civil unrest correlated with a loss in faith towards God, which ultimately led to the world's spiritual equilibrium being broken, and the mother goddesses overthrowing him. As seen here, demons function as a natural response by the universe to balance itself, and make sure that neither law nor chaos remain too powerful. In this sense, the apocalypse caused by their emergence is a metaphor for revolution, because society's destruction allows for the creation of a new paradigm. So, despite their brutal nature, demons can be doubly understood as an intrinsic aspect of the human experience that only arises when society fails to represent the will of the people. If you enjoyed this video, please consider watching my other video, Shin Megami Tensei Beyond Good and Evil, which covers many of these same ideas, and explains how they fit together with other major series themes like alignments and the setting of Tokyo. And with that said, thank you for watching.